You're watching STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and I'm back with Speak Up Productions founder Dan Parris and student Marrtell Washington, who was a high school student last year, where now you're a college student. No, wait, you were a college student last year. But before that, you worked on the Pentimento project when you were here in St. Louis in high school. So you are actually on your way to a filmmaking career. Started right here working at your school, and I had a great opportunity to work with Dan on a real film. So we've been talking in the last segment about the Pentimento project and how you brought together high school students to learn filmmaking, but also to map stories that are taking place right here in St. Louis, kind of the hidden stories. And Marrtell, you had a great story for your film, so tell us a little bit about that.
I did my film on the Sheldon Performance Arts Center, and a lot of people know the Sheldon for its artistic side, but I took the job as to go for the ghost stories. As an individual, I'm more of a scary horror type of person.
I like that. So is there a ghost at the Sheldon?
Supposedly.
Did you film it?
Yes, well, the ghost is not on camera.
Is it like a hazy?
I tried to get a ghost on camera. It just wasn't there though. Not
well,
that day.
So how long is your film?
I think it's between 3 to 7 minutes, somewhere around there. Not long at all. Took a lot of time to go into it though. Yeah,
when you were able to get us some of the history of the Sheldon, probably went way back to learn more about these stories of the ghosts that live there.
Yes, ma'am. The ghost is actually in the old building. They built a new building for the Sheldon, and I forgot how the ghost got there or what it does, but apparently during an event one night, a set crew went out to Denny's or something to get something to eat, and when they came back, everything was rewired and played with. Who knows? Ghosts, maybe kids, could be.
I'd say ghosts. That's I'm going with that. All right, so in addition to learning about the history of the Sheldon, what did you learn about filmmaking?
Well, filmmaking, the number one thing I learned about filmmaking, working with Dan and him being my mentor or whatnot, is even if you're like a Spike Lee or a Tarantino, there's always much more to learn in film. You never know everything, and that's the key thing I took away from working with Pentimento.
Yeah, and you're still learning today.
Yes, ma'am.
But we had this great foundation with Dan Parris from Speak Up Productions.
Yes, ma'am.
So Dan, now the project is continuing. Obviously, Marrtell was from one of your first classes a couple years ago, and you're continuing this year. So tell us a little bit more about what we can expect from the Pentimento project.
Yeah, we're hoping to continue to grow to more schools, more students, and even into more different artistic areas, music production, photography. So the dream would be to be in almost every high school in the St. Louis Public Schools and have music production, photography, video production, maybe other artistic elements eventually. It's a after-school program. One cool thing is that students like Marrtell and Quinsonta actually get paid. It's a job.
Oh, wow.
So they get paid per hour. And then there's also I run the project, but there's mentors. So the guy named Mike helped him out and helped Quinsonta out. Mike Goldoni, who's another filmmaker in St. Louis, and he comes in, went on a shoot with them and that kind of thing. I oversee the whole thing, but they also have these specific mentors, and the mentors get paid as well, a small stipend.
So is the filmmaking taking place after school hours then?
Yeah, so our plan is to do it from 3 to 5:30 so the students can grab the activity bus, and I would love to be, a couple of days a week just at different schools, working with students and growing their skills, and also keeping up with former students. These guys would eventually come back and be mentors themselves.
Absolutely, and all the equipment, the cameras, where is that coming from?
So the program was started by Midwest Center for Media Literacy. So they provide a lot of the equipment. Roosevelt actually has a lot of equipment. They have a pretty fancy studio in there, so we use some of their stuff. I use some of my equipment from my company, SpeakUpProductions. We just kind of make it happen, and so it's a partnership between Midwest Center for Media Literacy, Studio STL, and Speak Up Productions, and it's funded by the Missouri Humanities Council, the Missouri Arts Council, and the Regional Arts Council this past year. And we're hoping to continue funding. We have gotten a small grant from Missouri Humanities Council, and we're hoping to get more grants and more funding to come in the way. So we're researching all kinds of ideas.
So schools that may be interested should contact you? Or?
Yeah, so schools can go on to pentimento.tv. There's a contact link, and they can email me at speakupproductions@gmail.com specifically, and we can get together, meet, talk about the possibility of doing other schools.
Is there a cost for the schools, or it's all private?
Yeah, we'd have to figure out, depending on the grants we get, if the school has a budget and they could bring us in, then we can definitely go there if they have money. If it's based on the grants we get, it's all based on the grants we get, and if we have those opportunities.
Okay, so there's lots of different ways to get involved and lots of different things that can be looked at. So good luck to you, this Sunday at the Tivoli, but much more down the road. Great opportunities ahead for you. And Dan, thank you so much for coming in again to join us
Thanks
at
for having
STL
us.
TV Live. We have more coming up for you right here on STL TV Live, so don't go anywhere.